Good morning, everybody. It's Shelly. I have to remember to look at the camera instead of myself on the screen. So today I want to talk about giving yourself grace, giving others grace, allowing yourself and others to be where they're at. You don't have to be perfect. You need to give yourself time, and you need to learn how to experience your own personal freedom. So what does all that mean? And I am talking about this today because I am struggling with this. I am a clothing reseller. I also wholesale thrifted clothes, which means I buy thrifted clothes in bulk and resell them for a profit in bulk to other resellers. I also have my own reselling business that I list stuff on platforms like eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, a few others. Anyways, yesterday I was just stressing out because I am now listing 10 a day, which means I have 70 new items a week coming into my inventory, and my space to store my inventory is limited. This isn't a reselling video. I just want you to understand where I'm coming from. So yesterday I was just like, well, I have to go thrifting tomorrow. I'm not going to have time to go through my inventory. And I was just like, wait a minute, I don't have to go thrifting tomorrow. I can go on Thursday. Tomorrow I can take a day and start going through some inventory so I can reduce the volume of my own inventory and essentially get rid of some of the things that are not selling. And so that's what I'm talking about with number one, giving yourself grace, because I am only one person. I can only do so much of this in one day. Two, to know that I have this freedom. That's why I have this business. I have my own business. I am my own boss. I don't have to ask for time off. I don't have to ask for a day off. I don't have to explain to anyone other than myself why I'm doing what I'm doing today. So in that, I am in this kind of like hyper vigilant era, I guess, of my business where I'm like, I got to do my 10 a day. I got to cross list 10 a day. I got to re-list so many a day. And, and in that, I have in front of me, or behind me, I should say, 3 IKEA bags full of things that I need to put in my inventory, but I'm running out of room. As you can see behind me here, there is a pile. This is all my coats. So, of course, those are going to start selling as fall and winter come. But I have and I already went through these like a couple months ago and got rid of a bunch. And I need to do it again. So, and I also need to do that with my sweaters, my hoodies, and some other things. And I was just stressing about it. Like, when am I going to find time to do that? And I was just like, stop. You can take a whole day to do that. I can get my listings done. Plus, I can go through a bunch of my inventory today. So that's what I chose to do. So that's why I'm talking about what I'm talking about today, is because I'm just like in this grind it out mode. And I'm just like, wait a minute. I do this so I can have the freedom to have these days where I'm just like, I'm going to do this instead today. Instead of going to the thrift store and spending 3 or 4 hours trying to find stuff for myself and my wholesale clients, I can take this day. So, giving yourself grace and giving others grace also. I think a lot of us forget. I know, especially when I'm like coaching other people with the law of attraction, sometimes I have to remember not everybody is where I'm at. So I have to meet people where they're at. So, I think about like the whole political scene that's going on right now and how people are getting angry and yelling at each other and calling each other names and stuff. You are not going to change anyone's mind by calling them stupid because they don't believe what you believe. You are going to change people's minds by going, exactly, can you just explain to me what's going on with you? And I'll explain to you what's going on with me, and we can meet in the middle. And we can still be friends, and we can still love each other. That's amazing. I do it when I'm coaching people because I'm like, oh yeah, like not everybody is where I'm at. Not everybody knows how to like turn it around quickly. Some people, something happens and they're in this negative state for days or months or years, and I have to meet them where they're at to help bring them out of it. I can't just be like, hey, just turn it around. Like, what's your problem? Why can't you do that? Well, I was there once. I was there when, something would happen and it would just like devastate me for weeks or months. And that's all I would talk about. That's all I would put energy into. And I have learned over time to flip it. When something happens, I think everybody tends to have those knee-jerk reactions. I think that's human. But the ability to turn it around and go, wait a minute, this is an opportunity for blah, 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 or whatever. So I'm just encouraging you, when you are dealing with other people, whether it's family, spouse, kids, friends, people out in the world, try to meet them where they are. I mean, of course, if they're just being absolutely horrible and belligerent, walk away. Don't feel like you need to be right. You don't need to get involved in that. But what I'm saying is, in those relationships, if you're customer service, meet that customer where they're at. How would you feel if you were on the other end of that? If your TV didn't work when you brought it home, or, for me being a reseller, if you got an item that you paid $100 for, and then there was like a rip in the armpit that I didn't see, and you found, and you're upset about it. Oh my God, I'm so sorry that I missed that. Absolutely, I will take that return. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. If there's anything else you want in my, inventory, just let me know and I'll give you a great discount. Like, to me, that's good customer service. Not like, well, I want to see pictures of it and I don't even believe you, and it must have happened during shipping, and how dare you say that I didn't see a hole in the armpit. I'm like, I miss stuff all the time. These are used clothes. It happens. So, and then take the time. Take the time. If you are burnt out in your job and you have a day off, or even if you don't have a day off, it's so funny because I am big on birthdays. I think that celebrating the day that you were born is super important. And I always encourage my husband and my kids to take their birthday off. My Taurus son, who is a lot like me, whether he wants to admit it or not, he tends to take his birthday off and celebrate that and enjoy that day. My Libra husband and daughter tend to work it because they're like, oh no, it's just another day, blah, blah, blah. And not saying that they don't appreciate their birthday, but they are not so excited about birthdays like I am. But I encourage you, take your birthday off. Take a day off. If you have just been grinding and you need a day to sleep in, a day to go out to lunch, a day to drive to the coast or to the river and just experience whatever it is that makes you happy, whether that's, watching true crime or going for a hike, whatever it is in between, you need to take that time. I encourage you to take a day off. Of course, if you just started your job or something like that, maybe not. But I'm just saying, if you are in it and you've been doing it and you need that day off, like I'm doing today, and it's not even a day off, it's just a day to take care of some things that I've been neglecting because I've been busy doing other things. So take that time, whether it's to get those other things done or whether it's just to chill and sit in front of the TV and stay in your pajamas all day. You have to take the time. You get to experience freedom. You get to. And if you're not taking that time, you are the only person to blame. And I'm saying that because ultimately you are in charge of your happiness. If you can't take a day off, you need to find another work. You need to find another mode of making money, because it is important for you to have that time. And then just allowing, like I'm just going kind of over my notes, allowing others to be where they are. I just think that that's so important. And in my opinion, world peace is us all allowing other people to be where they are and accept that and love them, whether you think that they're right or wrong. Allowing is world peace. Allowing everyone to be where they're at. If religions allowed other religions to be where they're at and be fine with it because you're so strong in your own faith that it doesn't matter what everybody else is doing because that's what you believe. If all religious people did that, if all spiritual people did that, if all atheists did that, this world would be such a peaceful place. The fact that it doesn't happen is proof to me that we are here to experience contrast and get better and better and better and reach those higher levels of consciousness. And that's what I believe. Whenever I see tragedy happening, or I have personal tragedy or personal trauma or drama in my own life, I go, okay, what am I supposed to learn from this? You can either be a shining example or a terrible warning. And those people that are giving you the terrible warnings, they're not giving you the terrible warnings so you can go and wallow around in it. They're giving you those terrible warnings so you can be warned and so you can learn from that. If I always say forgive but don't forget. If someone wrongs you and hurts you really bad, forgiveness is important because that's for you. You forgive them. They were doing the best they could. Obviously, whether it was good enough for you or not, that's where they were coming from. For some reason, they justified their behavior. So you can forgive that because you have no control over that. But if you go and put yourself in that path again and you lay down across their path and they come and stomp on you again, that's on you. That's like fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. That's what that's about. You can forgive them, but don't forget what they put you through. It's okay to step back. And you don't have to be a jerk about it. You don't have to, if they call you and let's go for lunch, and the last time you went for lunch, they told you how fat you were, or how much better they're doing than you, or whatever it is that they were doing to hurt you. You can just say, nope, I don't have time for that. And you can just slowly back away from that relationship. You don't have to be like, you know what, you're a jerk and I don't want to ever be around you. I mean, sometimes I guess maybe that would be helpful just to cut ties. But I'm just saying, for a lot of people, that's so uncomfortable. And you just have to be too busy. I can't do that today. So anyways, thank you so much for tuning in today. I appreciate you watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.